Okay, what do I think is going to happen in 2022? This is a very, very short, quick video. What I think, in a nutshell, I think that it's cautiously optimistic. What the hell do I mean by that? Well, I mean that I'm a little bit concerned with the economic climate right now. I'm a little bit concerned with COVID. Economic climate, I mean the impact on the economy that this COVID is having. However, we didn't see that impact, did we, in previous years, in previous COVID outbreaks? We didn't see that. And the reason why we didn't see that is because of the stamp duty. I'm a big believer in the stamp duty really, really helped us. However, when we dig into that, in America, there was no stamp duty relief, or if I know there wasn't that kind of relief. I don't even know if it's stamp duty in America or whatever, what sort of taxes they pay, but there wasn't that relief in America. And everybody in every single course I'm in have had a bumper year. They've had a bumper 2020 and a bumper 2021. So it's not just, and by the way, it mirrors exactly what happened to us. When the first lockdown came, when the first ever lockdown came, we lost square footage. So did every other self-storage facility that I know, that I talked to in my masterminds in America. They all lost square footage. And so did we. And then they had 6 months after the initial lockdown, they had bumper, massive move-ins. And so did we. But we put it down to stamp duty. But was it down to stamp duty? Because we've got nothing to compare it against. The problem is when you're putting it down to one thing, but you can't prove it, you can't compare it, you haven't got two different, you can't split test, you can't do an A and B, like I normally like to do on advertising, A model, B model, and you see which wins, and then you know, okay, B wins. But we can't do that with stamp duty. But what we can do is compare us to America. And I know it's a very loose comparison, but in this instance, I still think it works. So I'm still positive in 2022 because yes, there's going to be COVID issues, restrictions, etc. God knows what's going to happen. And when I'm recording this, it's December the 23rd. And so we still don't know the restrictions, what's going to happen after Christmas. But because of what's happening in America, and self-storage was still strong during all the restrictions and during the COVID periods, I'm very, very bullish about what's going to happen with us. I still think it's going to chutter on. I think it's going to remain, the demand is going to be growing faster than the supply. That's what's been happening in recent years in the self-storage industry. And I still believe that to be the case in this country as well. Somebody asked me the other day, they said, it was actually, I think it was Dave Davies was talking about it. And he actually said, it wasn't Dave Davies. No, it was somebody else. They asked me saying, what do you think it's going to get up to the square foot per capita? And I said, it's going to be, so at the minute, it's not, it's going to sound absolutely obnoxious, crazy. At the minute, it's 0.74 square foot per capita. In America, it's between 6 and 9, depending on which information. I see quotes saying 9, I see quotes saying 6. I believe that it'll get up to 4 square foot per capita before we even worry about it. So I believe we've got massive growth. We've got 500% growth before we in self-storage. So the demand, I believe, will increase 500% in the coming years. I don't know how many years, it could be the next 5 years, but I believe we will see a time when it's going to be around about 4 square foot per capita. I don't know how much more it's going to go because we're slightly different to America, the way our consumer habits are different to America, but they're not that different. They're certainly not. If it is 9 square foot per capita, or there's markets where it's 15 square foot per capita. I know a self-storage facility where the square foot per capita in that area is 22. And they're still are all over 85% full. It's crazy in America. So there's different demographics and different areas that work well in America for self-storage. I don't think in our country as a whole, I don't think there's as broad range of square foot per capita changes. Yes, London, more dense locations, and at the minute it's over 2 square foot per capita. But I still believe that, yeah, if we're under 1, if we're anywhere under 1, I believe is tremendous value long term, maybe not short term, but long term. That'll still be a win because demand is increasing faster than the supply currently. So yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I am still a little bit concerned about, this is probably why I'm having sleepless nights, because we could be opening 4 sites in the first 6 months. In the first 3 months, we're going to be opening 3. And then in the next coming months, we'll be opening another one. So we could be opening 4 sites, going from 2 to 6 in the space of 6 months, 2 sites to 6 sites. And so, yes, I have had sleepless nights. I do worry because I question myself thinking, oh my God, we can do nothing. We can do nothing and we can get up to around about £900,000 profit next year doing nothing. That's what our net profit will be, according to all projections that we've done. And they're very, very, they're not too, well, the conservative projections. So we can get to £900,000 comfortably. And I keep thinking, well, isn't that enough, Dean? Isn't that enough? And I'm like, no, it's not about the money. It's about I love the journey. And so, yes, I am a little bit, back in my mind, you've got to have a look at every conceivable outcome. And yes, I'm a little bit concerned going from 4 sites to 6 sites in a short period of time, especially during this economic uncertainty. But I'm a long-term player, and long-term, I am backing self-storage. There is no bigger supporter of self-storage than me, period. I love self-storage. I'm a big believer in 10 years' time, you will look back on this period and think, why did we not capitalize? Why did we not go all in? And so I'm cautiously optimistic for the short term, but I am bullish for the long term. So next year, it could be consolidation, but I still believe it's going to be growth. It could be consolidation. Who knows? But yeah, that's my 2 pennies worth. We will be getting other experts coming on the podcast, and I'll be asking them, because I want to know as well. I want to know what other people think, because it's not just me having an opinion. And I want to know, the more opinions I can get, the more data I can get, the better my opinion is, and more rounded it is. So cautiously optimistic is my overall opinion. All right, guys, girls, have a wonderful, what is it? What date is this actually? Like I said, I'm recording it. It's New Year's Eve. When this comes out, it's New Year's Eve. All right, guys, girls, have a wonderful new year. And I'll speak to you on either side. Yep, so perfect timing for this episode. All right, guys, girls, happy new year. Have a great one tonight. Go careful, go easy, and I'll see you soon. If anybody's watching the video of this, I got my foot trapped on where the down thing is, where you put your chair down, and all of a sudden I got my foot trapped. I was trying to wiggle around, and all of a sudden I've gone right to the very bottom. So if you're watching the video, you'll see me literally at table height. I just like a bloody right. Never mind. What a wally. What a plonker. I mean, what other way to round off the year? Me just trying to act all professional, and then just me go get my foot trapped and go and just going down on my chair, looking like a plonker. Good job I don't pretend to be anything else. All right, guys, girls, have a wonderful new year. Go careful, go easy, and I'll see you in 2022. Bye-bye.